Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Oblivion. Well, last time, we met the delightful residents of Bliss and Crucible, but, far more important than that, I have now got a zombie dog pet who... Okay, admittedly, I'm not sure how, unkillable you are, so potentially I'm not going to have a zombie dog pet for long, but for the time being, I've got a zombie dog pet. And today I'd say we should probably go and say hello to the Prince of Madness in his giant palace, because, yes indeed, I have been speculating a lot about, what's happening to the island, what's going to happen to the island. I should probably just, go and speak to the Prince of Madness, because he's probably just going to straight up tell me. Although before that, okay, I was just, doing the intro on this rooftop, but, nearby, everyone seems to have gathered on this here rooftop bar, and now a random woman is just flailing in midair, and everybody's cheering her on, and basically, welcome to bloody Dementia. Okay, now they're fighting. They're just fighting each other. What the cock is going on? Have I accidentally stumbled into the local fight club?
Kneecaps, go for the knees!
Okay, no one's willing to talk about this, but yes, for some reason, people just gather in the evening on this rooftop to whack each other with sticks. Marvellous. Oh, and blimey, heck, the lad's got a fancy palace. So, okay, it is literally divided in two. Mania on this side with the red flames, the blue flames, Dementia. Though yes, the guards do seem free to just kind of wander whichever side they will. Marvellous. Though these aren't actually all the same building. So over on the left, we've got the House of Mania. I'm going to assume the House of Dementia over on the right. But John, do not get distracted, okay? We said we were going to say hi to the Prince of Madness, and that's what we're going to do, though, bloody hell. I really hope I'm not, making a choice by going through a door, but I will say, I like Mania better, I like your armor better, I like, just in general, the nice colourfulness of this side better. So, we're going in the Mania door. Marvellous. And once again, the room is divided in two by colour and everything, so... Okay, buddy, me and you, we know each other, okay? I destroyed an innocent town of cats because you told me to, so... Alright, let's get some bloody answers.
A new arrival! A shame about my gatekeeper. I'm so happy I could just tear out your intestines and strangle you with them. I suppose an introduction is in order. I'm Sheogorath, Prince of Madness, and other things. I'm not talking about them. You've probably figured that out by now. Let's hope so, or we're in real trouble. And out come the intestines, and I skip rope with them. But perhaps now's not the time. You've made it this far, farther than anyone else. Well done. Take this trinket of mine. Perhaps it will serve you well, or look lovely on your corpse.
Okay, the Charity of Madness, and buddy, I'm gonna be honest, I will do anything if you give me your jacket, because purple with gold embroidery all over it, including various eyeball patterns on the left there, oh, I love it.
I've been waiting for you, or someone like you, or someone other than you for some time. I need a champion, and you've got the job! Time to save the realm, rescue the damsel, slay the beast, or die trying. Your help is required. A change is coming. Everything changes, even Daedric princes, especially Daedric princes.
Okay, so here we go. Time to find out if I'm right based on what I've been reading. 1,000-year cycle, this island goes away, very likely to the bottom of the ocean. Everybody drowns, it comes back up, you start all over again. But, are you wanting me to make sure that change does happen, or break the cycle?
Daedra are the embodiment of change and permanency. I'm no different, except in the ways that I am. The Grey March is coming, and you're going to stop it.
Okay, break the cycle it is. Marvelous.
The details aren't important, at least not right now. Eternity is on a rather tight deadline. We'll get back to that later.
Okay, so he's not willing to give me details, but probably he wants to stop the island sinking and everybody dying. Which does seem like a basically good thing to do, so I'm on board.
Now, you run an errand for me. An important one. Of course, anything I tell you to do is important. My realm, my rules. You're going to Zedilian, one of my favorite spots in the Isles. It's a little place I used to take care of unwanted visitors. And some are more unwanted than others.
Okay, so slightly worrying I'm being sent there myself, but hopefully I'm just dealing with the unwanted visitors and I'm not one myself.
The gatekeeper takes care of most of the unwanted, but he's dead. We'll have to remedy that soon as well. Anyway, there are those that have other ways into my realm, and they're on the move. We don't want them here, trust me. So, you're going to get Zedilian up and running. Here's a little book to tell you how, and the Attenuator of Judgment. You'll need that too. Of course, you can always get more details from Haskell. He's a detail-oriented type of person, a big help, and a snappy dresser. Now, get going, before I change my mind, or my mind changes me.
Okay, can't deny, rather enjoy, yes, both your script and your voice actor. That is someone giving it 110% and I love it. Okay, Haskell, what's the deal? What needs to get done?
Yes? Ah, silly me. The book has no pictures. Can't really expect you to read that now, can I? To reactivate Zedilian for my lord's pleasure, you'll need to find 3 focus crystals and return them to their resting place. Each crystal has a matching receptacle called a judgment nexus. Even you can't miss them. Without the crystals in place, the resonator of judgment, Zedilian's power source, cannot be restored.
Okay, go to the ruin, find some crystals, plug crystals into Thing, and then Thing deals with unwanted guests of some description. Here we go, it's way down the road into Dementia, though. Okay, as we're going in that direction anyway, we did pass by Felmore the other week. Let's just pop in and see what those guys need. Because yes, there was talk around here of needing a hero, but the Khajiit won't talk to me until, yes, she's done some farming. There she is. So, if I just do the farming for her, gather all the sandwich ingredients we need, though... Okay, also slightly over-encumbered right now. Need to find somewhere to store my stuff, potentially. There we go. That should be plenty of them.
Yes? Oh, look. You have some pod bits. I need 5 of those myself.
So, here you go. And now that we're friends, any chance you're willing to talk to me about the local trouble?
How kind of you. When I'm restored to my rightful place, I will give you a palace in the clouds. Or was that a palace made of clouds? Either way, you will have a piece of blue sky.
So okay, potentially everyone around here is just as mad as everywhere else, which, you know, I definitely should have expected.
This looks like a farm, doesn't it? That's what they want you to think. Truth be told, these plants are monsters. They sleep below the water. They dream terrible dreams, and one day soon, they will rise up, consume us and the rest of the Shivering Isles. Get out while you can.
Okay. I don't know how seriously to take this, because many people say things that just sound like gibberish and then turn out to be true, so it's not entirely impossible. I'm currently standing on, yes, a giant swarm of subterranean anglerfish, putting tempting mushrooms above ground for some reason.
You want to know a secret? It was I who killed the gatekeeper. I poisoned him with an apple.
Okay, or this person is just bananas because I know that is not true. Anyway, let's get back to, yes, someone who needs, like, a hero to help them out for some reason.
Yes, of course he can trust you. Give him this spoon. He'll know what it means.
Okay, I think even by the standards of this island, this Khajiit is especially bananas.
I once killed a minotaur with that spoon. It's a mighty Daedric artifact.
I truly hope that that at least is true. And here we go, I found the chappie.
Did Kishashi send you with something? A certain utensil or weapon, depending on who you ask.
Okay, I think possibly all the Khajiit in this area might just be completely bananas, but yes indeed, I've got this Daedric spoon.
Let me see that. Give it here. Where did you get this? This belongs to Kishashi. Did Sindanwe send you to steal this? How did you get this from Kishashi?
Okay, so she gave it to me to give to you, so here you go, this is the spoon, tell me what the deal is.
Oh, then she must really trust you. Still, I better hold on to it just in case. Sindanwe is always trying to hurt my sweet Kishashi. Wouldn't want a slave driver to get her hands on this spoon.
Okay, so I feel like possibly these two might be doing a little bit too much skooma. Alright, it's just a working theory. They both seem somewhat detached from reality, even as I say, by the standards of the Shivering Isles.
Well, I suppose I can trust you. You did bring me the spoon. Sindanwe is pure evil. She must be stopped at all costs. However, she knows everything about all of us. Keeps notes about everything. Everything! She knows so much about us that she can read our minds. But she doesn't know about you yet. So, you must do it. Get rid of her. Get rid of Sindanwe.
Okay, so yet another person just propositioning me to commit a murder in public. Brilliant.
Well, there's the obvious way. But don't let us see you do it. Sheogorath has 1,000 eyes and ears. Or you could make her life so miserable that she leaves us alone. She needs everything just so. So sneak into her house and wreck the place. And confiscate her notebook. She carries it wherever she goes, recording all our secret thoughts. I need that book. My thoughts belong to me.
Okay, this sounds hilarious. So we just need to trash her house and then pickpocket the journal whenever she goes to sleep. Brilliant. Okay, doesn't seem to be any way of, yes, getting Sindawe's side of the story, but bare minimum, maybe we can get the notebook.
How do you know about that? It's private. I don't trust you enough to talk about it.
Oh, well this is going to be a bit tricky because
Yes?
I've already maxed out your disposition, meaning presumably, yes, my personality stat isn't high enough, and as a result of that, the disposition cap is lower than it should be, so right, we can't actually just, get that off her, we're just going to need to steal it, but as we don't actually know that she's not completely innocent, and these Khajiit aren't completely bananas, given that does seem to be the whole ethos of the entire island, we're not going to murder her, we're just going to trash her house until she chooses to leave. In fact, perfect opportunity right now. Grab the book, lovely. And yes, we can now just use the book to verify whether or not she is in fact a mind-reading slave owner. The sun listens to my greenness, but where did the moon frown? The sky is empty of children, and the earth eats strawberries, yet why do the worms taste of bitter plum? Okay, this might be really bad poetry, or it might just be, yes, lunatic ramblings given, as I say, everybody's a bit mad here. I've read the whole book, but I cannot make sense of it. Like, there's hints of a connection to reality in bits of the book. Just, occasionally, like, say, page 7. the spoon that slays monsters is always last to enter the mouth. I mean, it's gibberish, but a Daedric spoon. That was mentioned by the Khajiit. So, there's a sort of very loose connection to reality, but I don't understand it. The sun is forever moving. I must get back to work. I'm grateful I have this place to put my thoughts, lest they become lost and confused as I am. Though I'll never let the others see that, they think I have everything in control. So, I mean, John, the land is literally called Dementia. Do people who live here eventually become mentally confused in some capacity? I mean, maybe, I'm not sure. Right, next up, just crack into her house while nobody's looking, trash the place, and yes, the mission should be just about complete. Marvellous. So, okay. Probably a good starting point would be just to grab myself some food, toss that on the ground, lovely. Just, oh yeah, all of you can just naff off as well, great. Don't actually steal the meat, just use it to get everything on the floor, and then just knock over. Marvellous, I have put the house into disarray. Honestly, I feel like we're not done yet. No. Let's just also knock everything else over and tip over the baskets. Just toss them over there. Sorry, just fell out of your upstairs. Here we go. Just also put some food down the back of your bed over there. Brilliant. That can just go down to the bottom too. In fact, everything can just go downstairs. You as well. No. Not upright. Nothing gets to be upright, damn it. Now that is enough of a mess. Brilliant. Oh, and here we go. She's going back into her house. Okay, she's not happy about the situation. In fact, yes, possibly I've taken someone who was already somewhat confused and just triggered a complete mental breakdown. So, I'm not feeling good about this actually now I think about it.
Thank you for your help. Here, take these. I was using it to ward off Sindanwe's evil mind control magic. I don't need it now.
Okay, it's entirely possible I was just the bad guy in this mission, yes.
Excellent. Let me see that. Aha! It's right here, written in her old hand. She is planning to murder us all. I knew it. I'll hold on to this. You don't want to get caught by the authorities with it, do you? I suppose I should give you something in exchange. Here, this book might be of use to you. Now leave before someone sees us talking. Go.
Okay, I read the whole thing, and nothing in it implied to me, yes, that she was going to murder everyone, but... Okay, I think I've just basically come in and ruined somebody's life for no reason. Marvellous. Oh, and by sheer coincidence, I believe this book may have just put me up to... hang about. Oh, okay, I must have hit 50 mysticism. Marvellous. Oh, and I will tell you what. Despite the fact that, yes, these people are clearly bananas, that is actually a really, really good ring. Resist magic 12% and reflect spell. Like, Ring of Namira is only 10% reflect spell, so I lose the, reflect damage, but if I'm being spelled at, that's actually really bloody good. Okay, next up I need to, yes, head east to join up to the road and then just follow it straight down to, yes, the next fort of some description. So, okay, should be pretty easy sailing from now on. Here we go, we've apparently located our destination, so just a handful of Grom chappies, as we should have expected. So okay, we know what to do with you. You are tanky as balls, but... I never actually bothered looking at the Blessing of Mania, did I? Okay, it's a frenzy spell. Sorry, forgot to look at that like 4 parts ago. Just let him come to me. Burning Sensation, and now you are sufficiently weak to, yes, fire. These guys are weird, which is, they've got 10 million hit points, but they just don't really hit very hard at all. Still, one good thing, they do carry Madnessaur, and at some point, I did find the Matrix last time for, yes, a Madness Claymore. Now that does sound rather interesting, actually. So here we go. Step 1, locate the focus crystals. Though yes, by the looks of it, the Grumites have moved in, and I'm guessing they don't really, follow instructions from the Prince of Madness anymore. Or maybe they never did, I'm not sure. So, okay, hang on. Red button. I think I may have just actually trapped myself in. Can I actually undo that, by the way? Okay, good. Good, I can. Brilliant. Okay, problem number one. We've got, yes, various doors I can't open. No obvious buttons. So, in which case, yes, I'm guessing this place is rather large and will be looping back in on itself. So, down we go. One button here. Keep on keeping on. Let's see what we've got. Try and locate ourselves. Yes, some crystals. First one would appear to be in this direction by the looks of it. Okay, well, just round the corner, we've got a judgment nexus. So, okay, this is... this will be where we insert the crystals, but we don't have any of those just yet. Though this chappie right here... he's got a crystal staff, so does a giant pile of shock damage. Okay, that does make sense. The crystals aren't there anymore because the Grummites have repurposed them, taken them off, tied them to sticks. Congratulations, you've got a staff. Need to find 2 more shamans, then I'll find the crystals. That's very clever. And I'm guessing if I put this in here, that might just open up a door, and there we go. 1 crystal, 1 door, keep on keeping on. Fortunately though, yeah, for some reason in this area, the Grummites seem to be a lot lower level, like hugely lower level. So harvesting them for souls and whatnot, oh yeah, this is much more manageable, lovely. And the fact that so many of them and they're so easy to take out, if we're lucky, we should be able to get, yeah, a good solid harvest of madness ore out of this place. By any chance, buddy, are you straight ahead? Oh yeah, you're the prop one, aren't you? So, fire weakness, if you'd be so kind, just to take you out. And I definitely want your soul, by the way. Most definitely going to be wanting that. There we go. Shaman number 2 goes down, buddy. Got myself a crystal staff and madness helmet. Beautiful, though, John. Madness, yeah, armor is kind of useless to you, because that's heavy armor. You do need to be wearing the full set of light. That's where your specialization is. So, yeah, any form of weapon matrix, that's good. Unfortunately, madness armor is kind of terrible. Shove that in there. Number 2, progress nice and fast here. I love it. And barely round the corner, I see some lovely, lovely shamans here. Bit of fire weakness, you go down. Yeah, that's the trick for these guys. They have 10 million hit points, but put a giant bloody pile of flame weakness on them, then just use that, they're screwed. So, shove you into here, and that should be, yes, the Resonator of Judgment ready to go. Admittedly, not 100% sure how, yes, this keeps away intruders or whatnot, given that was the implication, but I'm guessing we're about to find out. Still, couple of good things here, which is, yes, these various Grummites have got me up to 7 madness ore, so that's got to be enough for the Claymore, and I found another madness arrow matrix, so that one might potentially be, yeah, just capable of spawning on a random Grummite, so that's how you get more enchanted madness arrows. Lovely. Okay, this would appear to be the end of the line, so giant crystal thing. In fact, I've seen you guys before. There was one in the, yeah, the swamp, when we were just wandering around earlier, so, alright. Activate you. It's been attuned, apparently. So, make my way back to New Sheogorath, report my success to Sheogorath. Oh, blimey, okay. Maybe keep my distance from it just a little bit. Okay. It appears to be sending energy down. And that's caused these here doors to open, so... okay. We knew this place was advanced. There's like, you know, magical turrets in it. But apparently... yeah. More advanced than I thought. Teleportation pads and everything. So... I mean, alright, sure. Just teleport me somewhere. Lovely Skyrim teleportation pad. Oh, hello!
Finally, Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me. But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Zedilian. I'm the dungeon caretaker. Caliban Nerendil.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I thought I was supposed to be, just Skyrim dooring straight out of here, go back to Sheogorath, tell him about what a good job I did, but, now I'm here. Did anyone mention this bit? Like, I know this place was supposed to do something, like deal with uninvited guests, but I thought my job was just to fix it, then leave. I appear to be getting pulled into something more than I was expecting here.
A wonder of engineering, is it not? Zedilian is the ultimate test of mettle for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment.
Okay, good. So I can't just say, hey, I'm not sure I'm actually supposed to be doing or hearing any of this. But, no. Tell me more, because, yes, if you guys have got, like, a hero trap set up, I suspect that might be, in-universe, why I came through the door, in fact.
Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Zedilian became redundant. It fell into disrepair, and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things. They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols, and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the Resonator inert, and Zedilian completely useless. Luckily, you came along, and placed Zedilian back into operation.
Oh, hang on. Has this poor chap just been, down here since the Resonator went offline? Because without that, there's no power to the teleporter because, okay, so he might not necessarily be doing so well, or indeed be that well informed as to what's going on above ground.
Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you. Zedilian would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the Resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
Okay, so I'm not done with the repairs yet. The attenuator or what have you, that still needs to be plugged in somewhere. Anyway, point me in the right direction. What am I supposed to be doing, Caliban?
The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sheogorath gave you the Manual of Zedilian. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions.
Oh, I'd rather have your instructions, given that just means more delightful Oblivion voice acting.
As the adventurers make their way through Zedilian's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane? Or will you pull the life from their bodies?
Okay, so, driving them insane definitely sounds more fun. And, oh my goodness, okay, I can get into technical questions here. Yes, who handles mopping up the bloods?
Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident.
Okay, so if I go for the insanity option, basically I'm saying, welcome aboard, you get to stay. But if I go for the, yes, murder them option, basically I'm saying, no, you don't get to stay. So, oh bloody hell. Has everybody in the island gone through this process, or at least did back in the day before the gatekeeper was set up? So, the reason everyone's so bananas is they went through this. And if they're still in the Shivering Isles, that meant that they were subjected to the Insanity Protocol. So, right, I see, marvellous.
This first chamber is the Chamber of the Null. At the touch of a button, you can cause a large group of tiny Nulls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, we can have the group terrorized by a seemingly lowly Null that instantly grows to twice their size. The hallucinogenic spore gas we release into the chamber will help lull the victims into believing the creature means to kill them. Don't worry, its bark is far worse than its bite.
Okay, so I am choosing between, yes, murder or welcome aboard, but you're only allowed in if you're bananas. So, okay, let's go push the madness button, because that sounds way more hilarious. Okay, so here we go. We've got, We've got super awesome viewing platforms and everything, so... Switch, inactive switch, inactive switch. Okay. Where are the adventurers?
Keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say and we might just get out of here alive.
And now, Giant Null or Null Swarm.
Okay.
No Giant Null!
What in Oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful. There may be more to this creature than meets the eye.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes playing tricks? Or is the creature
By the gods,
growing?
when will it stop? It could devour us
Run
all.
for your lives!
Get back here, you cowards. Something's not right.
All this time it was merely an illusion. How clever.
Wait, what's wrong with Lewin?
Makes no sense. Should be dead. Well, what? Who?
I think this place got to him. Perhaps we should leave.
No, we'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
Okay, so we pumped the room full of madness gas, and given I saw the Null grow too, yes, I'm presumably in range of the madness gas, which is great, and there we flipping go, one of them's gone bananas. So he now gets left behind, and the other two just carry on. Beautiful. So that presumably means we can get to the next room. Well, this is just good fun.
The second chamber of Zedilian is the Chamber of Avarice. The adventurers will have to overcome their feelings of greed as they set their eyes upon the huge piles of treasure locked behind that gate. You may choose to spring a fire trap and cause them great harm as they stand before the gate. Or you can fill the chamber with hundreds of keys and watch them frantically search for the correct one. Always a crowd pleaser.
Okay, well it's got to be the keys, because the keys will all be bouncing off each other with wacky Bethesda physics. Like, we'll be lucky if one of them doesn't die from key physics damage.
Look, I told you. Treasure. Let's have at it, Delius. Bah, this place is beginning to bug me.
And there they are in front of what's supposedly a giant pile of treasure. So, fire trap, or drop keys. Drop the keys!
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close, and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait, do you hear something? Look, keys. One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Let's get out of here, Delius. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I'll know it when I see it. Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Alright, there we flipping. Wait, hang on. Okay, apparently my Imperial Dragon armor is ready back in Cyrodiil. It's been 2 weeks, marvellous. I'm sorry, game, kind of busy. Driving adventurers insane right now. Okay, so Delius the Mage has been driven insane by a pile of keys. Beautiful. Meaning now we've just got the leader, Grommack. And I'm gonna be honest, he's, been rather quick to abandon his friends to insanity. So I might be tempted to let him die in the final room. Right, through the next teleporter. And talk to me about room number 3, buddy.
I see Lord Sheogorath chose wisely when he selected you to liberate Zedilian. Now, how may I continue to assist you?
I like this guy, and also I like how much joy he gets out of his job.
The third chamber of Zedilian is the Chamber of Anathema. Its contents are designed to make sure it's the final encounter. The adventurers will be subject to horrors beyond their imagination. Visions of repugnance, death, and malevolence reside in this room. If you wish to bring ruin to your victims, you may choose to animate some of the corpses and watch as they satiate their hunger. Or we can create the illusion of the adventurer's dying and his spirit rising from his corpse. Good fun to be had for all. Then, Just as suddenly as we kill him, we revive the adventurer. There are few minds that can stand this type of torture.
Okay, so Necromancy Torture, or we straight up necromance up some zombies and they just kill him. So, I mean, both are good options, but I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Gromak, who's just basically abandoned both his friends to insanity, he doesn't get to join the island, okay? His friends who got abandoned, they can. Gromak gets to die now.
Steady, Gromak, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you?
That is a dangerous thing to say in the room full of corpses. So, Ghost Illusion, or Raise the Dead. Yep, Raising the Dead. You, buddy, don't get to join my island because you abandoned your friends.
What? The very dead rise in this accursed place. Yeah, very well. Now it's my turn.
And there we go. The Orc Adventurer is dead. Marvellous.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings.
Alright, so not only have I done my job well, I get everything off the corpses. Okay, now this has been a lovely day out. Oh, hello. Hang on. Wait. There might be a problem here. Hello? Are you guys supposed to... Uh-oh. The Knights of the Order are here. Knights of Order, John. You're working for the Prince of Madness. I feel like, yes, this is a logical opposition to... Oh, they're tanky as balls. Okay. This is fine. This is, John, you're kind of trapping yourself in a corner right now. Get in some assistance. We know what to do against tanky as balls enemies. Just get some flame damage on them. Okay, they're not so bad once we've got that taken care of. Oh, yeah. With burning sensation on them, they're in trouble. Let's see what we've got here. Frost damage 5 points. Really not that bad. And Heart of Order. Jigalag's Favor. Okay, I feel like we might want to be taking that. That feels important in some capacity. Let's just sort that out and... oh, it's you! You're back! Okay, good. Good. You can help out with all of this. Just make you nice and weak to fire. Oh, yeah. Once we've got that on you, you are not such a scary proposition at all. Lovely. And I think the last have gone down. Okay, so, any chance you know who those guys were precisely?
As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work. I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad we're talking about my wages, but we did just get attacked by the Knights of Order.
Oh yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Gromak. Never seen anything like it. But perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course, just up that hallway. Good luck to you.
Okay, seriously, are you not concerned about the Knights of Order that just invaded your temple?
That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured.
Okay, good. He's finally caught up with the fact we were just under attack.
You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order. Their attraction to the resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sheogorath at once and tell him the knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
Okay, so apparently, yes, those guys, they are known to the locals. Gotcha. Oh, and I'll tell you what, the stuff on these adventurers was pretty bloody good. So the talisman is water breathing and detect life and feather. 75 points, that's pretty bloody good. Delius had 50 points of shock damage in 10 feet. Okay, against demons in particular, which the Knights of Order may or may not be. Pretty good, we'll be taking that. Take that too, lovely. And I'm pretty sure I also saw Duskfang. So, okay. Blade, one-handed. Damage is 26, which is actually pretty bloody good if I recall correctly. Gold brand is, that's 25. though of course gold brand comes with the fire damage. Frost damage is only 15 points, but Nourish Blade. Okay, so according to Gromac's journal, this sword is 2 swords in 1. At night, it's blue and purple, and yes, when it's dawn, it goes back to orange and red. And the name changes between, yes, Dawnfang and Duskfang, depending on which form it's in. And yeah, page 12, during the day it's fire damage, at night frost damage, gotcha. Except hang on, the best bit was what I found out when I killed a Minotaur. I heard a voice in my head, maybe a thought, I don't know, it was weird. But it felt like the sword knew it had killed the Minotaur, like it was counting. At first I thought maybe I was just tired, but after tearing through a camp of bandits it kept counting. After the 12th kill, it told me it was satisfied. At least I think it told me, then it stopped. Delius says it's possible the sword was a blood drinker. He didn't know what would happen. Didn't take long to find out. When dusk came around and the blade changed, I almost fell off the campfire log. The new blade was still Dustfang, but somehow it seemed stronger. I could just tell, couldn't wait to try it out. I ran out and looked for something to kill, didn't take long to come across some stupid imps. Sure enough, not only did it do the frost damage like usual, I could also feel the energy from the creature transfer to me every time I hit it. What a weapon this was, Dustfang Superior. That's what I'll call it, sometimes I amaze even myself. Zedilian said he was certain Dustfang would blood drink too, then I could power up Dawnfang with it. I spent all night looking for 12 things to kill. When the sun came up, he was right. Dawnfang Superior is to be this one's name. So, okay, kill 12 things that are the same thing during a day or a night, and then for the next day and or night, you get like a vampire sword. But don't forget, we're not done gathering incredibly powerful super swords just yet. Because back to Cutter, I've now got, yes, the Claymore Matrix and a giant pile of Madness ore. Okay, my go-to weapon is Goldbrand. 25 base damage and 22 points of fire damage on top of that, which it's very easy to actually, basically make twice as good by just handing over a giant pile of fire weakness. So, a very solid, reliable starting point. Dawnfang, because it's now day, that is 26 damage, so a tiny bit better in terms of base damage. Fire damage is only 15 points, but if I can, just keep killing enough, then I also get to suck the life out of my enemies. Pretty good in many ways. And as for the Perfect Madness Claymore, okay, up to 28 damage. Incredible. And 20 points of damage health, though I'm not sure how well that stacks. I need to look into that potentially, and yes, I'm not sure how easily I can boost that up using any form of weakness destruction spell. So, I mean, it's nice, but it's also catastrophically heavy, and it's two-handed, so I'm not allowed to have my shield anymore, and okay, it's so heavy, even though I'm wearing, hang on, I think I'm wearing right now, I'm wearing Mind and Body and Lydia. Here we go, that talisman I was given, perfect. So if I'm wearing basically nothing but gear that's designed to help me carry more gear, then at that point, I can actually start walking around, beautiful. In fact, you know what? I was literally just saying, the Imperial Dragon Armor is also now waiting for me back in Cyrodiil. So, okay, I think it's time for a quick holiday from my holiday. So alright, straight back out the door, no problemo. Oh, and you know what? It's nice to be home. I do consider Anvil, like, properly my home in this game. Anvil is just lovely, and my mansion is marvellous. And now we can start, making the inventory a little bit less bananas. So, honestly, I think that's rather underwhelming, so that could definitely go away. The Thorn Shield, however, is excellent, so we can finally get Spellbreaker out of the rotation. And as nice as Duskfang is, I don't think I want to be dealing with a blade that needs this much maintenance. Just in terms of, 1, trying to remember which spell I'm supposed to be casting, in order to make sure, I'm weakening the right element on my enemies, and 2, making sure I'm keeping up with a checklist so my weapon keeps working as it should do. I think that can stay right here in Anvil. And if for no other reason than weight and the fact I can't use a shield, the Perfect Madness Claymore can stay here too. Maybe we'll come back for it later. There we go, bit more tidying up, and yes, as long as I'm wearing Mind and Body, I've got about 100 spare weight capacity, which I might be about to start needing, given I suspect Imperial Dragon Armor might be a bit on the heavy side. And rather pleasingly, the reward for, yes, finishing the main mission actually brings me back to where I began, the Imperial City Prison. Marvellous. Though yes, hilariously despite all the pomp and ceremony of Akato naming me the Champion of Cyrodiil, okay, everyone's got bored of the Champion of Cyrodiil, it's just sort of lying here on this table, just waiting for me to come and pick it up whenever I'm ready, so... Okay, Imperial Dragon Boots, lovely. Help myself to the rest of that before it accidentally falls through the floor and out of the world. Resist shock, 20%. I mean, compared to this lovely hood, no, that's kind of terrible. The Greaves, resist fire, 20%. Again, kind of bad. The Gauntlets resist... Okay, I am the Champion of Cyrodiil, and you decided to prepare for me gauntlets that give me 11% resistance to poison. That's just sad. Then 11% magic resistance on the chest piece and the boots is frost 20%. Wow, that is truly dreadful. That is just... That's awful. That's absolutely awful. And to be honest, it's a bit too gaudy anyway. But seriously, this is... Has the game bugged out here? Because I feel like that is terrible. For the end game reward, I'd be expecting... Well, okay, I wouldn't be expecting poison resistance at all, given poison barely ever shows up, and it's not even that dangerous. But, I mean, I'd want at least maybe, say, 65-70% shock resistance to even consider wearing this stuff. Right, back to the awful glass armor with the terrible not matching amber boots we go, I suppose. No, seriously, I just need to stress this here. So, the Imperial Dragon chest piece, the You Have Beaten the Game ultimate piece of armor, comes with 11% resist magic. And earlier this episode, an insane cat who was scared his boss was reading his mind gave me a ring with a better resist magic enchantment on it. And that ring comes with additional reflect spell as well. Okay, I was about to put this in my item chest, but no. No, this is for good items. I need to find a worse place to keep the Imperial Dragon armor. Here we go. It's going in this cupboard in the hallway. Right, in you go, you useless cocking bastards. And back to the Shivering Isles I go. Okay, so, good news and bad news about the temple, which is 1, it's working, but 2, yes indeed, Knights of Order are apparently showing up now.
So soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it now. And Zedilian, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment.
No, don't worry. I fixed it. Had a lot of fun with it too.
Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone! Wait! Scratch that! Cheese for no one. That can be just as much of a celebration if you don't like cheese, true? You've run a maze like a good little rat, but no cheese for you yet. Oh, well, maybe a little. I've granted you a new spell, the ability to summon Haskell, my Chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot. More than he knows. In fact, give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
Okay, so I can now summon this chappie to help me out. Marvellous. So, okay, just wander over here, say. And here we go. It is, in fact, free to cast, so we'll just get that in play. And... lovely.
Our Lord has granted you the power to summon me. How wonderful for me. When summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend, rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
Okay, so now I can just run around summoning a guy who really doesn't want to be summoned by me. So now he's over here and... Okay, well apparently he's going to be a dick about it and refuse to be summoned too regularly. Well, that's just not cool.
Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead, try it again. He loves it!
Okay, me and this guy, we understand each other. This is marvellous. Although actually, no, I'm just kind of curious. Could I, like, maybe, well, 1, do it in the outside world, outside of this realm, and 2, do it, say, over a cliff? Hang about, I'll be right back. Here we go, so just wander over to here. This should be fine. And I can indeed drop him off a cliff. Beautiful.
Yes, you've gotten rather proficient with your new ability. As I said, try not to abuse your power.
Okay, Haskell's my new favourite character, and summoning him is my new favourite thing to do. Brilliant.
Good, good. You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jigalag and stop the Grey March. Oh, don't expect to summon dear Haskell anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes.
Okay, so finally perhaps we can get some answers, because yes, Jigalag. There was like Jigalag essence or something on those nights.
The Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order. Yeah. And not in a good way. Bleak, colourless, dead, boring! And not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it, hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights. Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him.
I thought Periite was the Daedric god of order. Like the dragon chappie, who we ran into, yes, when we had to rescue his followers from Oblivion. I swear he was the Daedric god of order. So, okay, we'll get back to that later. What do you need me to do, buddy?
Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will. We'll get to that, all in due time. For now, you've got other work to do.
Okay, no answer on that, and I suspect he's not going to be delighted about me asking this either, but what's the Grey March? Because I feel like, yes, that's basically the local apocalypse.
An event, a movement, an apocalypse of sorts. Happens every era, at the end of every era, which is to say, now. The Grey March comes and Jigalag walks. Or runs. Never skips, sidles, or struts. Mostly he just destroys everything around him.
Okay, so 1,000 years of madness, Daedric Prince of Order struts in, basically destroys everything because it's all chaotic and nonsense, and then you start again. 1,000 years of work down the drain, you have to start from nothing. So, okay, I can see how that would be annoying, yes.
Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you? I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn.
Okay, now this I'm into. I would like to learn what the cock's going on.
2 halves, 2 rulers, 2 places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're about. The Duke of Mania and the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out and let them show you what New Sheogorath is. You might be surprised. Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice.
Okay, I love this guy. This guy's great, I love him. And here we go, either side of the room, we've got doors going into, those side palaces I saw when we first arrived, which is House of Mania, House of Dementia, and also a crystal, which I was given as a reward for torturing people, and apparently it doesn't do anything marvellous. Still, I would say that's more than enough for now. How about we call it a part there, and next time we crack on with meeting the Duke of Mania and the Duchess of Dementia, because by the sounds of it, they've both got something for me to do. There we go, Addiction and the Lady of Paranoia. So, okay, 2 rulers to meet, 2 quests to do. Let's crack on with that next time. Hopefully, you are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Oblivion. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out. Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.